like streaming without a cam. It like makes me feel like I can just finally like sit and talk like more like personally with the chat, and then like you know, I can enjoy the game. I played Castlevania last night. And it was a lot of fun.
Like fucking like looking at your every. Oh, she got lips.
Oh my god, look at her.
What a sexy whammon.
Oh my god, look at them clavicles.
Oh my gosh, she has 2 nostrils. 2 of them.
I bet she smells.
Ugh.
With those, I realized I was gonna say like. I meant to like.
You have to stick the landing, AJ. You gotta stick the landing.
Well, when I said I bet she smells, I was thinking like I bet she smells things. You're like I bet she smells things. But then I realized,
I bet she does.
I bet she smells. That's the end. I bet she reeks. Shall we get to our episodes
ready.
here?
I'm excited.
We got it's Everyone
Let's
Sucks
go.
here with Sam, Sushie, and AJ. We're here.
Hi, Sam.
Sushie.
I'm AJ. God, that scared the shit. I had no idea. Like, I didn't know you were gonna turn into like a little fucking goblin. Like we watered you after midnight
Okay,
or something.
so I had to clear my throat, but I just didn't.
Adds up.
I just stopped.
Just stopped and decided to talk with all of that in your
accept
throat.
it.
Yeah, my bad.
So we are coming at you guys
Fine.
here. We got some more Am I the Asshole stories, some misconnections and relationships that we'll be getting through. We each got one this Wednesday. That is the day that you are listening to this anyway.
Happy Hump Day.
The day we're recording, too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at that. It's like a miracle.
It's magic.
Well, before we start recording, Sushie said she has a spicy one, so we're gonna save hers. That'll be the third one we do because she says it's spicy.
Yeah.
I got a spicy asshole.
Oh,
And if it's anything
Jesus,
like
that's a soundbite.
God. And if it's anything like that minisode, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, if you guys did not hear the latest minisode, go back to listen to the most recent minisode this past Monday here. It is a little bit longer than normal, but it's still very, very good. It is probably the most I've ever laughed on a minisode in the period. I mean, holy shit. It was a really good minisode.
Genuinely a train wreck.
Yes.
From start to finish.
Yes.
And if you guys want to hear any excerpts from it, be sure to follow us on Twitter and on podcast. Wow. On Twitter and on Instagram. Twitter is ESH Podcast and Instagram is Everyone Sucks Here Podcast. We'll be posting little excerpts that didn't quite make it into the show. Any things we were talking about while we were recording, but it was too long for the full episode. So, if you want to hear that stuff, go follow us there. And if you guys have any stories you want to submit to us, do that at contact@everyonesuckshere.com. And lastly, whatever you're listening to us on, whatever podcast service, be sure to give us a rating. Give us a review. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Thumbs it up.
Give us a thumbs up.
Those ratings are important.
They are. Because one day I want to get us on like that, like Spotify or like Apple trending. That'd be fucking cool, And that happens with ratings. So be sure to fucking give us some ratings, give us some reviews.
Yeah, let us know.
Get us on that.
Let us know how we're doing.
Yeah, even if it's not stellar, I still want to know because then we can learn and grow.
Exactly. Improvement is something that, improvement is something we strive here for at Everyone Sucks.
Exactly.
Speaking of improvement, though, I've got an Am I the Asshole? And I'm ready to dive into it. It might not be as spicy as Sushi's, but we'll go into it anyway. I have to lean this forward. Sam's making weird faces. I have to lean this forward to get to the mic.
He's straddling over me.
Wow, with my arms.
Being a fucking goblin as per usual.
We're using one mic, and I literally have to fucking lean in to get to this. So, alrighty.
He's Slender Man.
No, what the fuck? Chill.
Am I the asshole for telling my fiance he has to stop helping his ex with rent?
I almost did this one.
I feel like this headline seems familiar too.
Yeah, I almost did this one.
My fiance, 26 male, and I, 25 female, are supposed to get married next spring. But there's one thing that's keeping me from wanting to continue with the wedding until this is solved. Him and his ex had a baby when they were both 22. They broke up shortly after the baby was born. We started dating a year later. We are now engaged. The child is now 4. He wants to stay close to his daughter, but the baby's mother cannot afford rent in a place closer and would have to move to either a 1-bedroom, a bad neighborhood about 25 minutes away, or a decent neighborhood an hour away. So my fiance made an arrangement that he'd help pay for her rent, give her $200 a month, plus another $100 for childcare in exchange of not putting him on child support. Okay, so they basically have a handshake deal right now.
Yeah.
They didn't take this to the courts.
Yes.
Which, I can understand why some people would do that. I do feel like that can be, like, you got to be really, really careful with that, especially with a child being involved. But regardless, the $100 I can understand, but the helping with rent is really bothering me. And I feel if she can't afford rent, then she needs to find another place to live. I'd be willing to take in her daughter if she decides to get a 1-bedroom instead, but my fiance got angry and said the decisions he makes about his child do not involve me. His ex found out and said that if he stops helping with rent, she's going to have to go for child support, and that she's, quote, helping us out because apparently she can get more from child support because of how much my fiance makes. However, I think that this is just an empty threat. I told my fiance I'm not marrying him unless he stops.
Then I guess you're not getting married, bitch. I don't understand people.
No, I agree. First of all, she's being a fucking brat. You're being a brat.
Huge brat.
You're being a huge fucking entitled brat. First of all, I'd be willing to take in her daughter if she decides to get a 1-bedroom. Bitch, no. That's her fucking child. That's not your child. That's her child.
That's not what is on the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and secondly, you knew getting into this relationship that he had a child. Yep. So this wasn't like a surprise.
Yes.
This would be totally different.
Surprise, baby.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be totally different if this was a story that she found out 4 years later that he's been giving this money and never said anything to her ever.
Like it was like a secret family.
Yeah.
But this is something she went into knowing. Secondly, she is right, and by she I mean the ex, that if she took him to court, they're going to ask for a lot more
way
money.
more than $300 a month.
They are getting a fucking deal right now where he's giving her $300 extra a month.
That's it? What would you even do with $300? That's all she needs? Just $200 to afford rent? Like, shut up. You're annoying.
And third of all, get this is a dumb jealous bitch. I'm saying it right now because don't look at this like, oh, it's $200 going to his ex. This is also going to his fucking child.
Okay.
The kid needs a place to stay too, and that rent money is helping.
That's conducive to both parties.
Yes.
Yes.
The rent is putting a roof over his child's head.
Yes.
So get past
That's easier for him to take care of the baby. It's closer.
Yes.
Because as he stated, she could get an apartment in a shitty neighborhood. I'm sure he doesn't want his child living in a shitty neighborhood. It could be further away, or it could be exactly where it needs to be, but all she needs is $200. She's not asking for thousands and thousands of dollars. All she needs is $200. She's obviously not trying to take him to the cleaners for $200.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. We need to stop with this whole child support is for the spouse. It's not. It's fucking not. It's for a child that you fucking helped to produce. And this is for his kid, and he's absolutely right. She doesn't get a say on how he gives his fucking child money. Like you don't get a say. He's not being like frivolous with it.
Right.
It's
like $300. Obviously, it's not being frivolous.
Exactly.
Like that's not even groceries. That's not utilities.
No, it's not. It's not. 100%.
Yeah, that's
any court would appoint at least $1,000.
If she tells him to stop, she's going to fuck him over completely.
Yeah. I hope that this dude does not stop, and I hope he just continues on with whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. When I say that, it makes it sound like I'm saying like I hope he doesn't give more money to his kid. That'd be the bad thing. But like at the same time, if they have something worked out and they're both okay with it, then that's fine.
Yeah.
So like leave that shit alone is what I'm saying. Like this
like not your business.
And that's what he said. Like this isn't your fucking business. This is his child.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what kind of like custody thing they have. If like he ever has the child sometimes or not. Like if he's basically given up his paternal rights. And that's it. But it sounds like he hasn't, because if he gave his paternal rights, he wouldn't be paying child support, right? or I'm not sure if that.
So if he gave up his paternal rights, then she would have had to have taken him to court.
Yeah.
And he would not be giving her money at all. But he hasn't given up his paternal. Whether he gets visitation, she didn't say that in there.
So that's why I'm a little curious if he gets visitation or not. But like, and also the fact that she says like, oh, I'd be willing to take her child. It's his child too. It's their child. And this literally comes down to like the way she wrote it and the way like she wants this to be like, oh, this is this ex moving into my life, and she's getting money from my man and all this. Like, it's like, no.
Guess what? He's about to get money for the next 16 fucking years.
Right.
Or whatever.
And that's just it. Like, she wrote this in a way that it makes it like she's acting like a victim here. It's like, dude, like, first of all, it's his money, not your money. Third of all, it's a child, and it's like I keep saying first, third. I don't give a fuck. There's so many fucking things.
Yeah.
It's only $300.
Yeah.
Like, she's not trying to take advantage of anything. It's $300.
I went and looked for if she had like. So everybody here basically says she's the asshole. She is raised the asshole.
Oh yeah.
And I did look through her account to see if there's any other comments. She only responded to like 2 things, and neither of them were like helpful in any way. Basically, somebody's like saying like, "Is it only 300?" And she said yes. At no point in time did anybody call her the asshole, and she's like been like, "Oh," and reflected on it, or like rebutted it or anything like that. But with what we've been given, you are 100% the asshole here.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. She went to Reddit to have Reddit back her up, and it didn't go her way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Like this one commenter said, "You're the asshole, OP. My SO pays $700 a month for 1 kid." Like people are talking about in like 1985, it's like their mothers were getting $1,500.
Yeah.
Like you were getting if they have worked this out and that's all she's asking for is $300 and the $200 is to go to extra rent. That means that only $100 extra is going like to the kid, because $200 is going to rent, right? So that's housing for the child, right?
Yeah.
But then the other $100 goes to what, like groceries and like
whatever the kid needs.
At 4, what is that, like clothing maybe, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not very much for a kid.
I mean, considering the fact that, like, when you think about, one, how fast kids grow, and you also think about how much fucking clothes cost, $100 is like, you're barely going to squeeze 2 outfits out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're not even talking about birthday gifts, taking a trip.
Yeah, nothing.
Anything that's like not we're talking like below poverty level.
Yeah.
Like this is just bare bones. Like this child's alive.
So I'm
She's
hoping
not looking
that
for anything extra.
Yeah, like I hope ultimately that that she makes enough herself to be able to give this child a decent life, and that really just comes down to maybe she is putting all the money towards the kid and she just needs that little extra for the rent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm ultimately hoping the situation is.
It sounds like she's mostly doing it on her own. She just needs a little extra to make it happen.
And that's just it. Is
fine.
Because like I feel like if she was really in dire straits, she would have already taken him to court for the extra money for this. So like, it sounds like it's just okay. This is gonna help, whatever the fuck. But
it'll help. It's not gonna.
She needs to stand
wow
down.
anyone.
She needs to mind her own fucking business.
She needs to stand
Yeah, she needs
down.
to mind her business, because the last thing she wants is this woman, who I'm sure is very on top of her finances, to know that you only need $300. Like, I'm sure she knows where every penny's going and like coming in and going, to be like, all right, I'm going to take you both to court then, and then see how you like it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be significantly more than $300.
Yep.
I hope he doesn't marry this woman.
And that's the thing, too, is once they get married, his debts are your debts.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's just it, too, is, and that's just it, like, this whole, like, I told him I'm not marrying him. Like, you bitch, you already coming at him with an ultimatum.
Yep.
Like,
you think he's not going to choose his child over you?
You really coming at this dude with an ultimatum? Like, how many times has that shit ever worked? Like, come the fuck on.
Really gets on my nerves. It really like chaps my ass. A man is trying to do the right thing, right? And so frequently they don't. And this man is trying to do the right thing, and then his annoying ass fiance, no, $300 is too much money. She should get nothing. Like, can you just let this man try to be a decent husband and father and caretaker and be a normal, upright citizen?
Yeah.
And not do weird shit?
She literally says he wants to stay close to his daughter. So this basically reads as, he wants to stay close to his daughter, but I'm impeding everything. Yep. Am I the asshole? Like, yes, you are.
Yeah.
Like, so,
yes. He's trying to take care of his child.
And
you're the asshole.
And actually see his child.
Exactly.
And actually see his child.
Yeah.
An hour,
be a parent.
An hour away doesn't sound like
it's an hour there, an hour back.
But it's an hour there and an hour back.
That sounds like a lot to me.
Yeah. And
I guess
so,
it could be worse.
I mean, no, that's
I guess.
No, an hour is far. An hour there, hour back.
I feel like an hour is far.
Fucking time job, like that's not close.
Yeah.
Like how many friends you like have like an hour away and you see them fucking how rarely,
Twice a year.
Yeah. It's like, because you live an hour and a half away or an hour away. Like, so no, that's fucking far, especially when you're doing a job.
Yeah.
You know what? I had this theory that like people that live further away, I actually see more often than people that live close but far like that.
No,
an hour away is not that far from New York City. Like that's maybe New Jersey or parts of Long Island for me. I never see people who live in Jersey or parts of Long Island. I don't leave Queens. However, I bet I would see you two who live on the other side of the country more often in 1 year than someone who lives an hour away.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also like, where we are. I mean, I've had friends come and visit from like across the country, like fucking Corey's come up here, and it's like, but it's like, it's more of a special trip. Like, oh yeah, they're coming all the way to see me. Not like, you don't really feel the same way when it's like, oh, they're driving an hour. I mean, whatever the fuck. I mean, okay, I guess.
God.
But yeah, so no, definitely the asshole here. I wanted to, mine's a little spicy, but definitely not as spicy as Sushi's asshole. But we'll see what Sam has for us here.
It's a pretty spicy asshole.
Yeah.
Mine's pretty neutral. I think mine's pretty neutral, but we'll see. We'll see what you guys think. Okay. So, am I the asshole for keeping a secret which could have helped my friend in her divorce proceedings? All right.
Wow.
I have known my friend Kate for a decade. She's been married to Andy for 7 years. I've never liked Andy. He gave off a I'm better than everyone because I've got money vibe. She has one kid, Ben, from a previous marriage. Andy loved Ben. Because Ben's father is no more, Ben also saw Andy like a father figure. My company develops and maintains software to many companies. We are very famous among law firms. Andy's law firm had a problem with the software, and I went on site to solve it. While I was there, I noticed that some mails were stuck in quarantine. Quarantine is when someone's office mail receives mail from an unauthorized source, and the algorithm marked it either as spam or malicious. Long story short, I fixed the problem caused by the quarantine malfunction, but I had to manually clear out the malicious marked emails. One such email was to Andy, and it was very obvious that he was cheating on Kate. There were pictures, and there were pictures of them together, not safe for work and safe for work types. I deleted the email. There are several reasons why I never mentioned this to anyone. 1, I cannot reveal this information legally. 2, if my company finds out, I will be fired. I love my job and I didn't want to jeopardize that. 3, I could get blacklisted. 4, if Andy finds out, he will sue me till I'm dry. 1 year later, Andy serves Kate with divorce papers. Kate pretty much gets nothing except alimony because of her prenup. And then, when everything was finalized, he revoked his U.S. citizenship and went back to Canada, his home country. He didn't give Kate or Ben any warning and just up and left. Later, I saw his new wedding photos and I recognized the woman as the one from the emails. Kate has been really struggling since the divorce. She isn't able to hold on to a job properly. The pandemic isn't helping. She is constantly in the state of near broke. Here's where I might be the asshole. A few days ago, I was talking to Kate and she was venting. She told me how it would have been so much better if that asshole had cheated, as the prenup would have been voided in that case. She thinks she might have gotten a lot more at the time of divorce, which would have helped her, as he was the reason she left her job to be a stay-at-home mom. Ben is acting out, and Kate told me he is holding Kate responsible for the divorce. So basically, I screwed both Kate and Ben by keeping this fact to myself. Kate and Ben's relationship is strained because Ben doesn't know why they divorced. Kate is almost destitute where she needn't have been if she had known. I found out about the clause too late, but I will also admit that if I had known about the prenup clause during the divorce proceedings, I still wouldn't have revealed it. Am I the asshole here? I definitely know that Andy is an asshole, but am I one too?
Yeah, you're the asshole, dude. And if you have a prenup, that's usually that's the point of the prenup. Like, there's contingencies of that make the prenup null and void. That's the point. And adultery is usually the first one. So I don't know how he knew that they had a prenup, but that wasn't in it. Like, that's usually in it. It's weird to see a prenup that doesn't have something like that.
I think this person didn't. Like, the woman talking didn't know what was in the prenup, right? That's what
she signed it.
No. This is another person talking to her friend.
There's 3 people involved here. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah.
This woman A, discovered that B and C were together and they had a prenup. So she discovered that the dude cheated on her friend, and then he left the country. But she didn't tell her friend that she discovered that they were cheating. And had she said that, like, oh, like, I have this prenup, and she told her, she would have gotten money from this dude.
Yeah.
So she didn't know that there was a prenup?
No, she didn't know there was a prenup.
The woman writing this did not know there was a prenup.
Okay, that changes things.
But she did say that if she didn't she say that if she had known, she probably would have kept it to herself anyway?
Yeah, because
if she revealed the information, she would lose her job.
Yes.
So basically, it's like to save this woman's financial life.
Yeah.
She has to sacrifice her own.
Mm-hmm. So basically,
why would it have risked her job though?
Because
confidential information.
Yes. She was at a law firm. She was looking at mailing inside a law firm, revealing information private information that she's seen of clients that aren't hers. And that's the thing too, is this one's really tough because
this one's tough.
This one's really tough because it goes between like your morals, but also like legality, because okay, so you're working this job and you can't legally talk about the things that you see at your clients' places, right? And it sounds like with the type of job and working with software like that, if she did get fired, or this person, they actually didn't say the gender, so if this person did get fired, it sounds like they'd be put on a list, and every other company would probably find out about it too. They probably wouldn't be able to find a job within the same industry. It also sounds like Andy has a lot of money, or else he probably wouldn't have had a prenup. And if Andy found out, he probably, he'd
sue her.
He would sue them before, for all that they were worth.
So, and this is one of those situations where, I mean, like, unfortunately, the laws and the legality of everything is set up to protect the company, not to protect the people.
Right.
So there's already that's going against her. I don't know, like, if she's the only one who saw these emails, if she's 100% the only one and it could be traced to her, then I would say she's not the asshole here, because her hands are tied. She can't do anything. It sucks. And
but if there's even like an inkling that someone else could have leaked it.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of like, is there any way that this could have been? Now, is there any way this could have been leaked and not come back to her? Or there anybody else who had, we don't really have that information. So I kind of lean towards like, I feel like that stuff could have been leaked in some way and just really play dumb.
You know what?
But who knows? Like,
so when I first read through this, I read here, we're very famous among law firms. Andy's law firm had a problem with the software. When I first read that, I assumed Andy's lawyer. This is literally, Andy is the lawyer. He's the law firm. He is the law firm. That's why she found the email. Okay. That's why she found the email.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so that's the thing, is like, if there's any way that somebody else could have had access to that and they were working together to get shit out of quarantine, whatever the fuck, I would have said fucking leak that shit, tell this girl, and do it very anonymously and be like, look, this is, somehow leak them, whatever the fuck. But if it was really just her and her hands are absolutely tied, then she's not the asshole. So I'm kind of in a needs more information.
Yeah,
that's where
this one sucks.
This one's so
very
tough.
neutral, or very gray. It's very gray.
This one's very tough.
Gray. It's upsetting.
Yeah.
Also, I reneged my statement where I said my asshole was spicy. This is very spicy.
Oh my god, I know. Like, seriously, Sam's like, oh, this is just nothing everyday life for Sam.
Yeah.
But really, it's like, this is
this was spicy.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought this was pretty mild for my usual.
Sam got such a spicy asshole that she doesn't realize.
It's numb at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know what it is? She can't eat spicy food, but she's so tolerant to spice on the internet that she's like, yeah, this is regular schmegular shit.
God.
But it's not.
Her
this
mouth
was
can't
messy.
handle the spices, but her asshole can.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. I really had a tough one with this one because I feel for this person because, of course, like that's really hard to, they say I love my job. I would be fired over this. And that's very hard, especially in this economy.
Yeah, for real.
That's really hard.
Real.
But it's also really hard to see your friend be basically broke and their son hate them because they don't understand how this divorce happened because kids never do. When they're kids, they don't understand. And then to be brought up with, man, if I had just caught him cheating, the prenup would have been, done and over with, and I would have gotten more, and maybe I wouldn't have this. I wouldn't be living in hell right now.
So I want, and I guess the only other thing I can think of too is, was this something she could have sat on and maybe discussed with somebody, or did she just see it and go ahead and delete it immediately? Say she found it in quarantine, but then she wouldn't lose her job for not deleting it, if it's just there and that.
Why did she go out of her way to delete it? Like if she just came across it and she was doing maintenance in her job, like it is what it is. Like that's.
But that's what I'm saying. Like did she jump the gun and delete it too fast without really thinking it through and going, is this something like, is it like, and not that I in any way believe or trust in HR, but is this something I could show somebody or take to somebody, because I feel like the whole idea is behind this shit is you can't leak information outside the law firm. There's probably nothing saying like, oh, she couldn't talk to other people in the law firm. Like, even if it is his law firm, he probably has partners or other people that could be like, listen, this is some fucking scandalous shit and it's on our mail servers, So like,
right. This isn't work use.
This isn't work use. Yeah. This is on our mail server.
Yeah. I bet she could have gotten on a technicality that way.
So I feel like but again, that's why I keep coming back to that needs more information. Cause like, if she just jumped the gun and deleted it, I feel a little bit weird about that. Like, but again, I don't know because I don't work in a law firm. I don't know how everything is. I don't.
Well, neither does she.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I don't have this job or whatever the fuck, Like, I don't know what their, what system they've worked out. So I'm definitely in a more needs information, kind of leaning a little bit more towards not the asshole. But I feel like there are instances where she could have jumped the gun and it could have been an asshole thing.
The only reason why I'm leaning towards not the asshole, which Reddit determined that they were not the asshole.
Okay.
The only reason why I'm leaning that way is because I don't think they did it maliciously.
Yeah.
They did not do it maliciously. They did it because, you're in the motion of this is either going to kill Kate or kill me.
Yeah, yeah. And especially nowadays too, and I hate saying this, but it's like things are so fucked this year. You have to be able to look out for yourself. You have to be able to make sure you're secure. You have to be able to make sure you have a career and money or something coming in. And like, it sucks that like, you want to try to help people, but like, you can't help anybody if you lose your job. If she feels so morally fucked by this, like she really, really feels like she did something wrong, maybe if her job's good enough, maybe she can help her friend a little bit, maybe she can financially help support her for a little, who knows, there's ways to like make amends or whatever if she feels that way. But like, yeah, like you said, it's not malicious either. So
yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's really the only reason why I'm leaning towards not the asshole, just because I generally feel bad for this person having to make such a tough decision between themselves and, telling their friend that their husband is cheating on them. This is a really tough one.
So,
delete it. I understand not wanting to tell your friend, but I also believe in let sleeping dogs lie and let whatever's done in the dark comes to light. Yeah. So I personally wouldn't have deleted that. I also wouldn't have. I'm not a snitch, so even though that's my friend, I would be morally gray. I wouldn't probably wouldn't have told my friend that I saw evidence that her husband was cheating, but I wouldn't have deleted the evidence. I've been like, I'm gonna leave this right there because it's gonna come out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll like with this topic right here, we'll stick a pin in this part of the topic because wait till I get to my relationship story.
Oh no!
Let's just say it's pretty related to what we're talking about here. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So we'll come back to the moral philosophies of telling somebody these kind of things.
Okay.
With this, I think we can all agree, that it's messy. Like at the very end,
it's very messy.
Yeah. It's very
But
gray.
the only thing where it's messy, and I get why she did what she did, but I just feel like she should have minded her business all the way and not have deleted it.
I'm curious if needing to delete it wasn't part of, let's see, because it says that I fixed the problem caused by the quarantine malfunction, but I had to manually clear out the malicious marked emails.
So it was maliciously marked and she had to delete it?
So I'm curious if the actual problem that they were having would have remained had she not deleted it, right?
Okay.
So then,
I see.
Then you come into, well, you didn't do your job correctly. Why didn't you do your job correctly? Like that could have been even worse.
Okay.
So I guess that's where the not enough information, because we don't know what the fuck
we just
we're
don't.
talking
I think we just don't have enough information.
Just with having worked in a lot of office environments and dealing with a lot of fucking emails and everything like that, I don't think there'd really be a situation where if she left that there, it would affect any incoming emails. It just sounds like there were emails that were flagged as malicious or whatever, and she needed to go through because sometimes that happens, and then you have to manually check it. But again, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's a tough one, but let's
move on.
Let's see how spicy sushi is.
Yeah.
If we're gonna compare it, it's nothing.
Damn it.
It's nothing now.
God
damn it, Sam.
Well, I didn't know.
I was all hyped up about my spicy asshole.
Can we just call the episode Sushi Spicy Asshole?
We could, but the algorithm.
We could say a-hole. Sushi Spicy a-hole.
Spicy sushi.
Spicy sushi, yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole for not being forgiving of a homewrecker? Let's find out.
Yo, what are the topics today? What are we going on?
I'm ready.
I guess we were just in a messy mood.
Right?
It seems like we're going through phases where we all pick non-relationship ones and then we all pick funny ones. Like we have our like what we look for the week. It's interesting. So we all were team messy this week.
Team messy.
Obligatory anonymous for reasons on mobile, so apologies for format. Info changed since I know the people in question. Look at this sub. Backstory: I, 30 female, have been in an on-again, off-again relationship with Mr. Doe, 25 male, for a few years. First of all, that's where you went wrong.
Yep.
But okay. We have a child
solved.
together. Problem solved. It's a child you're dating. My sister, 18 female, has a best friend. We will call her Jane for the sake of this post. Jane and sister do everything together. Jane does not have the best home life, and so I sort of adopted her as my child. That's weird, but okay. Jane wanted to go to prom but didn't have the money, so I paid for her ticket and took her shopping for the perfect dress. Paid for hair and makeup to be done, the works. There were many other occasions where I mommed her, but this is the most important one. So she's like a child, 17, 18 in high school.
Yeah, okay.
She has a big sister, mom, creepy relationship with this 30-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're all caught up in the same thing.
This is the kind of woman that buys alcohol for teenagers and then parties with them later on.
I'm just the cool mom.
Yeah.
If you're gonna drink, I'd rather you do it in the house.
So this is her little sister's friend?
Yes, it's her little sister's best friend.
Okay.
Shortly after prom, Mr. Doe broke up with me out of the blue and moved out of our shared home. We didn't speak for a few weeks after, as I was being ghosted. I would say I love this man, and he is definitely worth fighting for. We began speaking again, and we're trying to work things out when I got snoopy because things just weren't adding up, and he refused to give me a reason for his leaving so abruptly. I logged into his Instagram account and saw DMs between him and Jane. her sending him nude photos and saying she couldn't wait to see/talk to him. I was fairly disgusted and told him this was so inappropriate as he had been around her a ton as she stayed at my house for 3 months straight due to her home life when she was still underage. She was like a child to me. He told me he knew it was a giant F-up and that nothing had ever happened. It was all talk. The talking is something. Mm-hmm. It happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is something the men folk don't seem to understand when they're grooming the young ones. The talking at all inappropriately is doing something.
Yep. It's grooming.
It's grooming. I completely stopped speaking to him and no longer allowed Jane in my home after telling her how disgusted she made me feel by going after the father of my child after everything I've done for her. That's where she's fucked up.
Yep.
She was groomed.
Yep.
I quit speaking for her for about a year, except for when discussing our child. I'm sorry, I'm confused. We quit speaking. I don't know if she's talking about the man or the girl here. We quit speaking for about a year. I guess it's the father she's talking about.
Okay.
But now we're on good terms, and now we're trying to work it out. Okay, so it was the guy. Sorry, I just didn't finish the sentence. I got too excited. So here is where I might be the asshole. My sister says, since I'm willing to forgive him, I should do the same for Jane because she has really been struggling with being forced to distance herself from my family due to this. I've explained to my sister that the two are in no way related in my mind. He is the father of my child and someone I hope to expect to spend the rest of my life with, and she completely obliterated my trust when she tried to create a relationship between them. I read the messages. She was wholly the aggressor instigator. Sure she was.
But
so
he
Reddit,
responded.
He responded. So Reddit, am I the asshole for forgiving one unfaithful party and not the other? Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
First of all,
you're fucking stupid.
First of all, you're the asshole for taking him back. He literally groomed a child. I don't care if you're legally an adult, that's a child. And to top it off, she was in your house as a fucking minor. She was a child. Mm-hmm. You treated her like a child. Like she was...
He preyed on her.
He preyed on her. He fucking groomed her. I don't give a fuck if she messaged him first. He's the adult.
It doesn't matter.
He's the fucking adult.
He's the adult. She said at some point she was underage when the pictures were being sent or something.
Yep.
So no, that's gross.
Yep.
And I'm assuming she's known Jane for several years. To consider being that close with someone, you have to know them for several years. So she's probably has known this girl for a really long time, and this girl has always been in her life. So it doesn't matter. At some point, he gave her fucking wolf eyes because he's a fucking pedophile.
He's a fucking predator.
And he's a predator. He's a pedophile. And she's a little kid and probably doesn't understand male attention in that way yet.
Yep.
So fuck this lady, fuck that guy. I feel bad for the girl.
I would not.
She's a kid.
Yeah, she's a child. She was groomed. Who fucking knows what the hell happened in her goddamn house for 3 months?
Right.
Yeah. So I want to say everyone sucks here, but the kid obviously is, I mean, the kid's the one that's been like the victim here.
Yeah.
So, you know, but the dude and this woman are both fucking trash.
Yeah. They're both trash.
In the fucking dumpster. They're garbage.
How fucking dare she come on Reddit and think that she's not the asshole?
Right.
How dare you,
You're going to take back your baby dad?
No. I'm sorry, but the second I saw that, he's over. He's done. Yeah. He's fucking under the goddamn jail.
Like the fact that she's so willing to be like, oh, but you know, but did you not see the fact that he responded? Why are you fucking oblivious to that? Why are you ignoring that?
Right. And it's very pick me also, like the woman, like the little girl, but she's treating her as a full ass woman.
Yep.
The Jane is the aggressor instigator. No, she's a child and she was being groomed.
Yep.
I need you to realize what's going on. Your man is not as great as you think he is. I just feel like in general, also, this is something that women do a lot. They forgive a lot of bullshit things that men do and blame the woman.
100%.
Or in this 100%. Case, the child.
Yeah.
And as a people, we need to fucking stop doing that. Yeah. This dude's the worst.
He's garbage. He's actual garbage.
He's garbage. Yeah. Throw him out.
I'm sorry, but I hate these people who are like, oh,
and he's a predator. He's a predator.
These children, they were so aggressive with their sending of Instagram DMs. Motherfucker, why are you on Instagram? You have a family to take care of. Get the fuck off Instagram. Stop worrying about this shit. Don't
with
respond.
a 30-year-old woman. Why are you talking to a 17-year-old on Instagram?
So I lost respect for this woman the moment she said we were in on again, off again relationship. Like,
right.
Like, it's that kind of shit.
We already know what's going on there.
Yeah, like this is fucking stupid to begin with. Your shit's not fucking stable. It never was stable. That's why it was on again, off again. It's not gonna be fucking stable. Why didn't it work the first couple of times? This is fucking stupid. Like,
AJ, she to marry him.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
He's worth saving, but not this little girl that was preyed upon.
Here's the thing, too, is she even titled it homewrecker. This child didn't know what the fuck she was doing. She's a child. And
a literal child.
And let's talk about the fact that she's come from a background where
of abuse.
She doesn't have a good home life, so you tried to provide that for her by bringing her into your home, and now you're doing this shit. She's a child.
Not to dehumanize this kid, but it's literally like fucking buying or saving or rescuing a fucking stray abused dog and then be like, why are they tearing up my fucking house? Like, because they don't fucking know any better right now. Like they came from a home that's like fucking destroyed. You have to be the one to teach them. You want to take that responsibility. You want to be the one to take this fucking girl under your wing. Then you fucking teach her and you go, hey, I know you've been sending some messages to fucking Tom, or whatever the fuck his name is. Just want to let you know, that's not cool, but, we can move on past it. Whatever the fuck, you teach her. And also, then you go, hey, by the way, Tom's a fucking creep. So why don't me and you just fucking...
Yeah.
We both kick him out.
Exactly.
Exactly. Let's go get Manny Petties because she's admitted that she comes from a broken home, right? Yep. So she probably has parental issues, whether they're mommy or daddy issues. I don't know. We don't know the information, but she has parental issues. So she's going into this situation where it's more stable. What happens to abused people? It's very obvious that she's seeing this man, we're going to quote unquote call him a man, but he's not, as stable and reliable and whatever. So it all makes sense. Like, to blame her.
Yep.
When this person's preying on her and preying on her insecurities. Bro, I'm so done with women that are like this. It's so disgusting.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so definitely she's the asshole.
Definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
100%
the asshole. Yeah.
100%. I hate this woman.
I hate it. I hate it here. It's trash. This is the ghetto.
Well, let's dive into some deeper trash here. Some a different type of trash, if you will. The missed connection type trash.
Take me to Craigslist.
Let's see what old Craig has to offer here on his list.
I went back to Alaska because I'm a glutton for punishment.
Well, do you want to go ahead and start us off?
Oh God. Oh wait, no, I found a good one from Tucson. I'm sorry, we're leaving Alaska. I wanted to see if I could find any alien ones, and I didn't. But
damn it.
No worries.
That
no
would've been
worries.
good.
Another time we'll find some alien ones.
Okay. Okay, QT, the letters QT instead of the word cutie, on Kolb before T Verde, Tucson. I guess that's a street, but the cutie, yeah.
QT.
Blonde lady, QT, blonde lady with a dress.
No.
Standing outside your car. At first, I thought I'd known you then you realized my stupid mask, and we both laughed. As I was coming back, I offered you an ice cream cone. You said no, thank you. As I took long enough through the line, I wanted to ask if you wanted to share an ice cream cone. You were gone. I asked if you worked somewhere that I thought I knew you from. You were so creepy that she literally ran away. Don't go to a stranger.
Sir, you talked about wearing a mask, so you know we're in a pandemic, and you're out here trying to say you want to share some ice cream with me? Are you what?
Are you on drugs, sir?
Yes.
Also, you're a stranger. I don't want to accept ice cream from a stranger.
What am I, 12?
I don't want to share it.
Fuck?
It's a pandemic, and he was so creepy and weird that he turned around and she was gone.
She probably waited
to save her life.
Exactly. She waited until his back was turned and hauled fucking ass in her little dress.
I want to know how...
Women in dresses have shit to do.
Right.
My only real question for women is how all of you managed to have learned the fucking secret, like, ninja smoke bomb bullshit. Like,
We're like, bye, bitch.
Turn around for 5 seconds. You fucking turn around, just smoke, and just gone.
It is a skill you have to hone. It is a skill. You have to like hide behind a tree. In my case, I dip behind a toddler. You know.
I kind of feel like you're talking about me because I know you've yelled at me for hauling ass before.
Oh my god, yeah.
I David Blaine it like.
Yeah, just the except as opposed to him appearing, you're just fucking gone.
Just gone.
It's also because most of us are smaller, so we can just.
Could you imagine this man, even AJ, just all of us? Could you imagine this man coming up to you, being like, "Do you want to share an ice cream cone?"
Motherfucker, I can't even
ice cream.
I can't even see your whole fucking face.
Right?
Get the
I'm not
fuck out of the
accepting
way.
dairy products from strangers.
You know he's licking the inside of that mask while he talks to her. Like,
Ew.
he's flicking his tongue like.
Ew.
She sees a little lump sticking out from the mask.
He's like, "I like your dress. Do you want an ice cream cone?"
Hey, blonde in a dress that I harassed at an ice cream shop.
You want to suck this ice cream cone off in front of me?
So what have we covered in misconnections that women can't do? They can't get coffee. They can't get a sandwich.
Can't go to the grocery store.
They can't get ice cream. Can't go to the grocery store. Can't get gas. That's really the theme of these misconnections. It's what women can't do in public.
I got an even better one here for you about things women can't do. Women can't have skills.
Oh.
And I mean any sort of office skills,
Okay.
right?
I knew that, and I uphold that, AJ. I don't.
I'm taking us to Baton Rouge.
Oh, no.
Down in Louisiana, right?
God.
The
Are you going to do it with an accent?
I cannot
I
do
am
that kind
proudly a woman with no skills.
Yeah.
Damn, you should have had me read it.
I can't do this. I can't do the accent for down there, so I'm not even going to try.
Oh, my God.
You got to get that molasses.
No,
kinda
we need Sam to read it.
I'll read. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll read the one.
Do
that
your
you were gonna
best.
read,
Okay.
And then Sam
You want me to
this
read
one.
this?
I'll read the other one. Yeah.
We need a real authentic accent.
Now, maybe I can't get too Cajun, but I can.
That's what I'm saying. I can't do a Cajun.
I can still. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. You know, QuickBooks. That's the title.
Yeah. I told you, women can't have skills.
They can't.
We met when I complimented you on your hair and your dress. We talked briefly over our drinks about work and how my current assistant was struggling to complete her work tasks. QuickBooks and Excel work. You recommended I get rid of her and replace her with someone more productive and experienced as you gave me a flirtatious wink as I was called away by my friends before getting your contact information. It's a long shot here, but how do I find you again? I just fired my assistant and need someone to help with the QuickBooks. Can possibly add some late night spreadsheet work too. Winky face.
I mean, I could have done that voice.
Okay, first of all, let me say, this is in Sherwood, which is pretty fucking trash. Sherwood is fucking trash. No one ever go there. But also, this man fired his fucking assistant. Why? Because she didn't know fucking QuickBooks and wouldn't go for your fucking night sheet spread work, whatever.
Right? Come spread your sheets on me.
What he really means is he doesn't know how to work QuickBooks either.
It's a long shot
Right.
here. Yeah. Hey, girl, you wanted to come do my QuickBooks.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Yeah. So that's what. Yeah, that was mine. Clearly, even women in the office just can't do their goddamn job. She literally over here. This man somehow sexualized QuickBooks.
It can be sexualized.
An Excel spreadsheet.
Like, you know, my dad used to own a music store, and like my stepmom did all the QuickBooks for him. And now I'm just wondering, was that like their kink? You know, was that like he does it like? Is that a thing?
Please stop.
Was he like, oh yeah, Kim, do the QuickBooks? You know,
talking about the kinks of your father
Please.
and stuff.
I'm just saying, I didn't know.
Really?
I'm just saying,
I don't know these people, so I'm willing to unpack it with
I'm
you.
just saying, I did not know that anyone could find QuickBooks as sexual.
Am so upset with you right now.
Numbers, they really turn people on.
I do. Well, okay, so the next one here is in Hawaii. So originally it was going to have Sam do this one, but I'll do it now.
Okay.
Which maybe it works out better because of the title. So I found this because I originally found the reply to this. So there's actually a twofer. So
Okay.
I'll read the first one, then I'll read the reply.
Do you even know how to pronounce those names?
I'll figure it out. So this is
gonna be great.
This is in the little island, Oahu. All right, and Hawaii.
The little island?
The big island. The little island? It's the little island, isn't it?
This is the island with Honolulu on it.
Yeah, so it's the little island. It's not the biggest island.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so don't fucking laugh at me. I didn't fucking live in Hawaii, all right? This is called Stroking Bud.
Oh wow. Okay,
And
we're
what
just
is this?
going. We're going there.
Kamuki? Yeah, Stroking
It could
Bud.
be about golf.
Exactly. Well,
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. Stroking Bud and,
It's not, but it could be.
and Kaimuki. We both have girlfriends.
Well,
But we used to meet up from time to time to chill and rub one out.
Oh my god.
Lost touch a year ago after the old CL shut down.
Craigslist?
I guess Craigslist. I don't know, like, what.
They shut down the men looking for men, women looking for women,
okay.
all those. Like they shut that down. That's why everybody's in misconnections now.
Now they're all fucking up for misconnections. Yeah, 'cause misconnections.
Yeah.
Quick little tangent. Used to be a lot better because it used to be actual misconnections. You can
Yeah.
still find them in
Yeah,
there.
and it was, but they're more
gold.
like gems.
Yeah, and like you can still find some good ones in here, but it's harder now because all these people coming in here. Anyway,
Right.
you were living near university. If this sounds like you, drop me a line. I'm in my 30s. You were in your 20s.
Oh.
So that was. So first of all, just stroking buds. We both have girlfriends. We used to get together and rub one out. Like, is that what? Like what? What is it? Hawaii, what are you doing?
Is this the plot to Brokeback Mountain? What is going on?
All right.
So the reply, and this is what I found first, and this is why I was extra confused and had to find the original. The reply is, stroking buds sounds awesome. That's the title. And then also in the title, in double parentheses, I'll bring the lube and paper towels. And then the whole body, all it is in quotes, stroking bros, and then end quote, yeah. So this man replied and was like, yeah, stroking bud sounds awesome. I'll bring the lube and paper towels. Stroking bros, yeah. Like he's so into it. So like, and I'm wondering, like, is this the same person or is this somebody else who thinks that's just a really good idea?
I think that's just a
Oh,
really
you think
good
he was
idea.
replying to himself to get more replies?
I don't know. Well, no, I'm saying like, is it like a third party? Like, did the
Right.
original guy find it and he's like, oh shit, I
Yeah.
found you, or did some random dude find it? It's like,
Oh, it could be a
shit, that
random.
sounds amazing.
I totally think it's a random
I
dude.
too have a girlfriend, but would love to rub one out with a dude. You know, like.
Who wouldn't, honestly? Who could pass up that offer?
So yeah, Oahu is a weird little island.
Yeah.
If there's men there, it's a weird place.
Damn.
or wingless.
Oh my god. Could this have been
It might be.
wingless?
It could be any.
there any
Oh my god,
time
are
where
we
he
outing
was-
people that we know now?
Oh no, he's never had a girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait,
Wait,
maybe once. I don't know. Not there though.
did their relationship ever end because he was getting together with another dude and rubbing one out?
I mean, he didn't tell me why they broke up, but
Well, now we got
Maybe?
it now. Wingless, email us at
Is this you?
contact@everyonesuckshere.com. Let us know if you
Is
ever
this
rubbed one out with a dude on a
about
golf
you?
course somewhere.
he did.
I'm adding in the golf course part, but I think because Sushie like embedded that in my mind when it was stroking bros. Now I just imagine it took place on a golf course.
I hope so.
With the waves crashing in.
Oh my
well.
god, so romantic.
So earlier
Ew.
we were talking about the am I the asshole that Sam did, and I said we should stick a little pin in the topic they were talking about letting someone know that someone's been cheating on them, which brings us full circle to the relationship story that I have here. So it's themed, right? So we'll see if Sushie, you were kind of on board with the whole just mind your business, don't fucking whatever. That's kind of what I was getting from you with that. Just who fucking cares, not your business. So let's see if you still keep that same mentality with this one.
Okay.
So,
right.
Okay.
I overheard my 27 female husband's 29 male best friend 30 male brag about cheating on his wife. So that's the title.
Men are stupid.
They are.
Men are gotta be the dumbest fucking things I've ever witnessed.
Yep. They're really the gift that keeps on giving.
But I'll always fall back to who invented gender reveals, and now the country is on fire. Right,
she said she's sorry.
My husband's best friend, quote, Ron, terrible name. I don't know if you're protecting this person or
what a terrible fake name.
Yeah, that's either a bad fake name or you're just bringing light to it. So, my husband's best friend, quote, Ron, came over yesterday whilst I was out doing some errands. When I got home, I overheard him bragging about cheating on his wife with a mutual friend of my husband's and Ron. My husband told him he had to stop before his wife caught him, but Ron was pretty smug and kept saying she would never find out. Even if she did, she wouldn't leave. She's a stay-at-home mom and completely reliant on him financially. They changed the subject when I walked into the room. I'm not sure what I should do now. I'm not close to Ron's wife at all, but I know if our roles were reversed, I would like her to tell me. How can I tell her without it being obvious that it was me? I don't think my husband or Ron know I overheard their conversation, but I don't want to get in the middle of the full out regardless.
Right.
Also, I don't know if this is important, but my husband has known Ron since childhood, so I don't want to ruin their relationship. TLDR, overheard my best friend's husband bragging about cheating on his wife with a mutual friend. His wife doesn't know. I don't know why this is a problem. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't know why she's having like conflictions on what to do. I would just be like, fucking tell her. I don't give a fuck at that point. Like, I know, again, I do kind of feel with the whole mind your business thing. At the very least, if you're not going to tell her, tell your fucking husband, hey, this dude's an asshole.
Right.
Like.
And why are you friends with him?
Why are you friends with him? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know we need more. We always need more information. Yeah. But I want to know what the husband's reaction was. Was it like, yeah, totally, dude? Or was it like, you are a hot fucking train wreck? You know what I mean? Like, I need to know the husband's reaction to hearing this information. Because to me, that also would decipher, one, how long this has been happening. Like, if he's not shocked at all and he's like, yeah, totally get that pussy. Also, possibly your husband's cheating on you too, depending on how down with the situation he is.
And that's just it, is you're only really as good as the company you keep, right? So it's definitely one of those things where, she said she's conflicted. Now, me personally, like this whole like, oh, I don't know, like, I mean, I don't know if I should, like, if I tell her, or how can I tell her and it not be me? Like, you're a fucking grown woman, like this kind of bullshit of like, I need to tell her in secret, but it can't be me. You are almost 30. Like, who fucking cares at this point? Either make the decision and tell her yourself and just fucking be an adult about it and be like, hey, you know what? I heard your husband talking some shit. You should know he's a piece of shit. Or mind your business and don't do it. Don't do this half-ass bullshit of like, oh God, I don't want her to know it was me. Like, why? Who fucking cares? I mean, you're not close to her anyway. Yeah, who fucking cares?
She's already said that she's not close to her, so if she doesn't like you anymore, what the fuck does it even matter?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so the fact that I agree with Sushie, like, I would definitely zone in on, like, how my husband approached the situation, too.
What was the reaction? Was it totally normal?
I mean, the only thing she says is that he told her that he had to stop before his wife caught him.
It's terrible, but before his wife catches him.
I know this is bad, but for the simple fact that he replied, she'll never leave me, I would have been like,
right?
Hey, I just heard Ron.
I'd be like, are you available for a FaceTime right now? Hold on, let me flip this camera around.
No, what, like, and really, I mean, I kind of agree with that, like, with that smugness of, oh, she would never leave me. Not only would I call her right then and there, but as I would walk into the room and be like, guess what I just heard your husband say, and stare him in the fucking eyes. You would never leave him.
Oh, you know what?
Oh my God.
Here's another thing. If you go back, they talk about how they both know who he's cheating on his wife with. Where is it? Where'd it go? Where is it?
I bet you the other husband's cheating too.
Friend. So here's the thing. If he's not cheating, he's definitely got a friend group who he doesn't need to be around. I don't care if you've been friends with Ron since childhood. Fuck Ron.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah, fuck Ron.
That's just it. Is like, you know, there's a lot of people get caught up on very minute, pointless details about like friendships and relationships and how long they've known somebody for and all this bullshit. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. You could be the closest, absolute best friends with somebody that you've only known for 1 year.
Yeah.
You could be closer to them than you are with the person that you've known your whole fucking life. I'm not saying that's always the case, but it's like people get really caught up on that shit. And it's like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like that means nothing. Like,
right.
You've known him forever, but he's an asshole. So who cares?
Yeah. Right. It's right. Your friend is an asshole. So you're telling me that you're going to be best friends with Ted Bundy because you went to like high school English class with him. And he's like,
and that's just
still Ted Bundy.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't want to ruin their friendship. Why? Do you want your fucking husband hanging out with this dude?
Ron's already
do you
ruined
want
the
your
friendship.
husband hanging out with someone on the couch talking about this pussy he's slaying?
Yeah.
To hit, like, you're both married? Like, bro, no. Bad news, get him out.
Dump
him, he's toxic.
Dump him, he's toxic. So if she's not going to outright tell her, she needs to do it anonymously. And she can. She can at least tell her to look out for the warning signs at the very fucking minimum. And then maybe his wife will just do enough, because it sounds like Ron's fucking stupid to begin with, right? If he's already bragging, it sounds like he's not doing a very good job of covering up shit.
He's not covering his tracks.
She probably really wouldn't have to look that hard, or she already fucking knows. And she might just need that little bit of fucking confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody says, do not get involved other than asking your husband about what you heard. This is not worth it. And I do think she should at least talk to the fucking husband.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey, I heard your fucking friend. He's a piece of shit.
Right, I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
At the very
come
least,
out of his mouth.
She should definitely talk to the friend and the husband, because that also kind of comes down to the whole, how's he going to respond? Because if he starts making excuses for him, then you also know you got a fucking piece of shit husband, that's just how Ron is.
And what is he covering up himself? Because they all flock together.
So that's why it's kind of in line with the story we had earlier in the episode.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I personally, I feel like that line, like Sam said, that line would set me off if I heard that shit. Like, oh, she'd never find out, or she'd never leave me anyway. I'm like, okay, well, let's test that. Let's stare down that barrel and see what happens.
Yeah. I understand if she doesn't want to go flat out and tell the wife, but I think she needs to make it abundantly clear that she did hear the conversation completely with her husband and get on the same page. Like, what exactly are you covering up? I want you to know that I know. Are you friends with this person? You're condoning breaking your vows. What was the point of even getting married? Like, how do you feel? I need to know how he feels about this, I need the wife to get on the same page with her husband, be like, I need you to explain yourself right now, because if you're covering up your friend for cheating on his wife, what are you fucking doing?
So I was looking at the comments. I want to give the husband maybe just a little bit of leeway, because someone said, oh, he did tell her to stop, or tell this dude to stop. But then I went back and looked and said,
but he knew that the wife was there. So
well, no, they didn't know. They stopped. She said my husband told him to stop before his wife caught him.
But he didn't tell him he was in the wrong.
And that's just it. It's like the whole that's what's catching me up, is like, oh, you need to stop before she catches you. How about just you need to stop?
Yeah.
Stop.
End,
right. Not
period.
Stop. Right.
Period.
Right.
You're an asshole. You need to stop. But so I can't be like, oh yeah, he at least told him to stop, because he told him to stop with bullshit reasoning. Oh, you should stop before she catches you, bro. Like, that's kind of how I'm reading into it.
Not that you should stop cheating on your wife.
Yeah. So. And
talking to me about it.
At the very least, I think this woman should at least talk to her husband, though. And be like, listen, I heard this shit, and Ron's got to go. He can't. That's your house too. You're fucking married. I wouldn't fucking want Ron in my house. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
So.
God.
Yeah, that was mine.
Great, thanks, AJ.
You're welcome.
God. Oh my gosh.
So,
is it my turn or Sam's turn?
I mean, who wants to end it? I guess is what it comes down to.
I don't know.
End it?
Let Sam end it.
Okay.
Okay.
Is yours spicy?
I think mine's a good ender.
Okay. All right. Mine's annoying. So.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
It's also messy, which was like this was just the messy episode.
Yeah.
We didn't plan this, guys. By the way, we didn't plan it.
The messy so.
That's just for a little bit of context. Usually we research these like solo and alone, and then we just kind of share them with nobody's like I don't know what Sushie has and vice versa.
Right.
I don't even know what Sam has. Like
we want our reactions to be real.
Yeah,
you know. So we don't like. We share the headline, so we don't pick the same story. But besides that, we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Before we start. So here we go. My female friend has an inappropriate relationship with my boyfriend. When art imitates life.
I think I actually saw part of this. I didn't read it, but I saw the title, and I was like, you know what? That's a little messy for me, but I guess we're going to do it anyway.
But it was just right for me. So I, 22 female, had this friend, 22 female, for around 8 years. Throughout this time, she's been single. I started dating my boyfriend, 22 male, 2 years ago. He's also friends with this girl and has been for around 4 years. They're very close as friends, really close, and I'm fine with this, but as soon as we got together, she was asking me lots of questions about our sex life and just really private things.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing women do? Like, do you guys like? Are you like?
No.
Oh man,
no.
like, what's dick taste like? And you're like, dick? I don't know.
Well, AJ, we're friends. Have I ever talked to you about my sexual experiences ever once?
This is me being silent. And
just trying to think. He's like literally trying to recall. Yeah. No, because it's fucking weird.
It's not something that happens.
It is 100% fucking weird. Yeah. Like
it's weird.
It is very weird.
Just
and that's just it. Like I've literally I mean I know there's like this whole like dude thing that I feel like, but I feel like even a lot of normal fucking dudes don't do this. Like, I don't fucking talk to I've never talked to any of my, like, male friends about anyone that I've ever been. You know, I'm not like, oh, man. Like, those aren't stories that are like, it just seems like fucking, that's that locker room bullshit that's like,
yeah,
it's fucking gross. Like, it's,
we've all had sex. Like, we there's a formula, you know? We're not 14. Like,
there's a
Jesus
reason
Christ.
that this is labeled explicit, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we talk about penises. Just sometimes. Okay, so they're very close as friends. They ask a lot of questions about our sex life and just, so she asked questions about their sex life.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what's so weird about it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Do people do this? Like, no, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, no. I didn't answer these questions out of respect for my boyfriend. I also thought it was strange she was asking me these questions about one of her best friends, my boyfriend. Gross. Me and my boyfriend were hanging out. She was showing me a photo on his phone and her message popped up on the screen. So what does doggy feel like? Oh my God. I'm like so grossed out reading this. I was shocked that she would ask him this, like why she was so invested in our sex life. He told me she had asked him loads of questions and they were even sharing their sexual experience. She's done none at all. She's a virgin. But it was just my boyfriend sharing. He told her I didn't want to. Oh my God. He told her I didn't want to do anal or send nudes. And he even, I'm embarrassed reading this.
As you say this, I'm trying to find my, like, something to bury my head in, you know, like, I feel like I'm turning into an
so
ostrich,
uncomfortable,
you know, like,
reading this. Oh my God.
Let's
okay,
all remember,
it's almost done. We'll get through this.
Let's remember, they're all 22.
Yeah,
they're all
that's true.
Fucking 22.
Yeah, you're right. You right. He even told her that his balls were getting bigger? Question mark.
All right, maybe Sushie should have gone last.
No, I need a palate cleanser. I'm glad I'm not ending last. Okay. She now calls him Big Balls, and nope, I'm punching her in the face.
Oh my God.
That's it. hands and he's ready to eat for everyone. Let's go. Like, no, you're not calling my man big balls. Like, I'm gonna snatch a weave or something. Like, this ends now.
Oh my God.
I found this all out by scrolling up through their messages. I'm so uncomfortable with all this. Me too, lady.
For real.
We're all uncomfortable here. He also used to have a crush on her. Nope. And he asked her out multiple times, but she turned him down. I feel like they're only friends as she likes the male attention, and maybe he feels like he still has a chance at getting with her. She's definitely 100% a pick me. 1,000% is a type of woman that does things for male attention and male attention only. Heck your girlfriends when a guy thinks you're hot, right? Am I right, ladies? Don't we all live for that? If you can't tell, I fucking hate pick-me's.
I'm literally like cringing so hard.
Yeah, this is really cringy.
Holy shit.
I just never wanted to, like, okay, so you know how there's some things like you hear people say and you're like, man, I didn't really want to hear that. I never really wanted to hear Sushie say big balls, and I just didn't realize that until now.
Hey there, big balls.
I've now learned that that's something I never wanted to hear, but I heard.
Ugh. Fucking gross. Like, what? How does that even make sense? How does that compute in your head? I'm going to call my guy friend big balls?
Was that the whole thing?
There's more.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. Let's get.
There's more. We just have so much to unpack. Okay, so she's figuring out that she likes male attention, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
When they hang out, it's usually until around 11 p.m. and I received 0 messages from him throughout the whole time because they're on a date. Hello. A little communication. Don't interrupt their alone time.
God.
God. So rude.
They're trying to get to know each other. He's got big balls. She's got a big brown
She's a virgin.
nose.
Yeah. She's a pure little virgin with a tight little snatch, and he wants to know all about it.
God.
I'm the worst.
Holy shit.
Oh, God. I'm so mad right now. A little communication would be nice. They are communicating, just not with you. Like, watching red flags go down when you're an adult is so interesting. It's like, what are you confused about?
Honey, they're fucking.
They're fucking.
They're fucking.
All right, so a little communication would be nice. She got a boyfriend a few weeks ago,
No,
and it's
she didn't.
nonstop
It's him.
conversations. And it's nonstop conversations about sex between her and my boyfriend. I mean, she is constantly talking about sex. I know it wouldn't be right to talk about my boyfriend's friend if she wasn't my friend too. So I feel I'm justified in bringing it up with her that her conversations are bordering on inappropriate. They're not bordering, they are inappropriate. And I wish she'd stop. My only problem is I'm afraid she'll tell our friends that I have trust issues, but it's getting to the point where every time my boyfriend and I are just chilling out, she's messaging him and he's replying about, for example, the amazing morning sex she had or the trouble she had with deep throating. I want to crawl in a fucking cave right now. Like I'm such a cool girl. It's like, I just don't get along with girls. It's so weird. They're full of drama. I just get along with guys better. Isn't it weird? I'm so quirky. I'm just so quirky.
I can deep throat a fire hydrant.
Like, bro.
Oh my God. Oh my.
I just get along with guys better. It's so weird. I'm just a tomboy, you know? Like, I'm losing my mind here. I have 2 people in my life telling me these are normal conversations to have with their friends. But are you joking? She's nonstop talking about sex with a guy who used to like her. There's no used to. Leading me to believe she's feeding off of the attention. Does anyone have any insights, or have they been through the same thing? I have been through the same thing. I've told other friends about this, and they're shocked that I even put up with this. They're even surprised I'm fine with them hanging out together together and drinking. But I feel like that's the least of my worries. I mean, who the hell knows what they talk about when they're together? TLDR, boyfriend and I have a mutual friend who he regularly talks to about our sex life.
Okay.
The end.
Okay.
I need to.
First of all, first of all, why the fuck are you not mad at him?
Right.
Why aren't you mad at him? Hey,
Right.
you over there. Stop telling people about our fucking sex life. That's really disrespectful.
That's
right.
Very, 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 very disrespectful. Holy shit. Like, also, okay, when she texts him and he replies, why aren't you saying, hey, maybe don't.
Maybe don't do that.
Literally speak up at any point in time.
So at the very beginning, when she was talking about how, like, okay, I got together with my boyfriend, and she started asking about our sex life, you know, it kind of felt like maybe she didn't understand, like, boundaries. You know, maybe she's curious because she doesn't know what the fuck's going on. You know, but like maybe she didn't understand. But then she kept going on about how now she texts him, but now he's like, oh hell yeah, I'm into this. I want to talk about sex all the fucking time because I'm fucking 22, and I used to have this thing for this girl, and she never gave me attention, but now she's giving me attention, and now I can tell her about all the hot sex I'm having with my girlfriend.
Yeah, like I originally thought this was like a girl, like that's why I said that's why I made that fucking bullshit joke, is like I thought this was like a girl talking to another girl about their sex life. And I was like, oh, do women actually do that? Because like that's why I didn't realize.
In the beginning it was.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah. So I didn't realize that like that. And then
it transferred
to him.
It transferred to him, and he didn't stop.
And that's just like I mean, first. All of this is so fucking stupid, and I was cringing so fucking hard at everything that was coming out of Sushie's mouth just now, like all of it. Like I like couldn't combat it. Like there's a lot of verbal punishment. I'm sorry to everybody. If you had to hear it, so do you.
Yeah.
I said big balls.
Yeah, 100%. You need to talk to your fucking boyfriend and put a stop to this. And if he's not willing,
something's going on.
He needs to realize that he's also being inappropriate.
Are there
and so it says that like when they hang out, she receives zero communication while they're hanging out. But when they're together, the boyfriend and the girlfriend, the other girl is texting and he's responding.
Yeah.
So he's talking to this bitch all day long.
He's got 2 girlfriends.
He has 2 girlfriends.
He has 2 girlfriends.
So why are they hanging out alone anyway? Like, not saying like
if they're all mutual friends, why are they going to TGI Fridays and splitting mozzarella sticks? Well, I don't understand.
Exactly. Like, I don't get it. Like not saying like boys and girls can't be friends, but I mean like what like.
But if the 3 of them are friends, why don't the 3 of them go out?
Like him and her hanging out and drinking.
Yeah,
they've already fucked. Girl, they have already fucked.
Yeah, like there's
going to.
There's so much. This is so fucking.
They probably already fucked though.
Yeah, by now.
Now.
Are there any comments from her or anything, like any updates or anything? Like,
let's see.
Because like I just holy shit. I mean, realistically, she should. I mean, I would lean more towards the fucking just dump him. He's toxic. Who fucking cares about salvaging this to begin with?
There's a lot of like just get rid of him. Like, dude, don't put up with this. She's flirting. He's not shutting it down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whereas he's flirting back. Like they're flirting with each other. They're They're dating. They're fucking dating.
You gotta fucking. She has a pet name.
And you're letting it go on.
Yeah.
She has a pet name.
She has a pet name for him. I mean, come on. Like.
Big balls.
Yeah.
Like I want to throw up.
But first of all, why is your boyfriend telling your best friend of 8 years that he's got big balls? He's got
they're getting bigger.
My balls, they're getting way out of control. They're so big that
they need to calm down. These balls of mine.
Like, what is this information? Somehow this is YouTube's fault.
What is
this generation raised on YouTube, and this is YouTube's fault.
What is this? Yeah, like what is this conversation like? Like at what to do? We're suddenly talking about big balls. Like we were literally talking about stocks. What are you talking about? Like we're talking about Wall Street and finances right now. Why are you talking about your big balls?
For the best case scenario, she likes inappropriate male attention. That's the best case scenario. Mm-hmm. And that's still fucking shitty.
Yeah.
Like, you're willing because you need a negative attention so bad. And you're like, I just get along with boys better. We can talk about fucking Call of Duty. Whatever the fuck. That's a shitty person to have in your life.
I agree.
But the reality of the situation is they're probably fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
I'm just one of the cool girls.
Just definitely toss this dude in the trash. And toss her in the trash too. Fucking this.
Your friend has zero respect for you, and because you didn't want to talk about it, she went behind your back and started texting him about it, and he is more than willing to say everything.
This is literally the girl who would. This is the type of woman who, I guarantee, if she has any other girlfriends and they break up with their boyfriends, she stays friends with those friends.
Oh,
she
yeah.
Stays friends with those dudes.
Or maybe moves in with one.
Or maybe moves in. Oh, my God, yeah.
Oh, God. Yes, probably.
Yeah. So
probably
toss this dude and her in the dumpster.
And both of them. Oh God.
Toss them both.
And let's make this abundantly clear, you two. I know we're friends, but I don't want to hear about either one of you busting it open. Okay? Like,
seriously, like,
no, I'm not.
We're friends, but I don't need to know about all that.
Yeah. Like, don't talk to your friends about your sex life, because honestly, they don't care, and if they do, they're creepy. So, like. That's how that you can use that as a fucking test right there. You want to hear about my sex life? If they say yes,
the answer is no.
Yeah, if they say yes, they failed the test.
Okay.
So, it's a one question test.
It's
you pass or fail.
Yeah.
There's no curve. Hey, do you want to hear about my sex life with my significant other that you're also friends with? If the answer is yes, you fail.
You like if you say you want to hear about my balls and they say yeah, leave, both of you.
What does anal feel like, ma'am? This is a Wendy's.
Also, I feel that's a little weird for her to be asking him because he's not gonna know. From her perspective, that she's wanting to know.
But she didn't ask that. She asked about doggy.
But no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
She's not gonna know.
What would they
Like, if she's gonna ask.
Yeah, his point of view is still not what she would experience anyway. So
if she's just a virgin girl, you could almost see that happening to another woman. Like, as a normal, like, hey, I've been thinking about experimenting or whatever. What does this feel like? That's still weird, but like that's a normal conversation.
Weird, but like okay,
yeah,
sure.
But like. It makes sense to ask another woman that, like, as a woman. Yeah. You're not gonna like ask this dude, like, why are you asking me?
What does it matter? What does it matter what doggy feels like to a man if you're a woman? What does it fucking matter?
Yeah. Like, why do you want to know? Like.
Yeah. Like, it's not something you're gonna experience. So ask my girlfriend pro tips.
I'm so upset
Little
because
clippy pops up. I see you've been.
Oh God. I'm so upset because mine is just not going to compare to whatever the fuck this was.
Palate cleanser. This one was too messy.
Yours isn't supposed to outdo it. Yours is supposed to get this shit out our mouth.
Settle us back down because this episode was wild.
So
I love that my shit talking is really supreme.
Okay.
What do you got for us?
So here we are. Here we go. Mine is I, 36 male, catfished my wife, 37 female, pretending to be Jason Mantzoukas, 47 male.
Okay, now this all makes so much more sense. The age is very important
here because he specifically pretended to be 47-year-old Jason Mantzoukas, not like him at an earlier age.
How old is he?
He's 47.
Is he 47?
Yeah.
He's 47. He's 47.
Yeah, okay.
So for those that have no idea who the fuck I'm talking about, you've probably seen him.
I was one of them. I didn't know.
Sushie was one of them, and for this sake, I'm gonna post his photo everywhere. But basically,
we'll put this on the Instagram.
Yeah, he plays Ralphie from The League. He's also in Parks and Rec. He's made appearances. He's a comedian. He's also made appearances. He was in The Dictator. And he's also made appearances on Drunk
I guarantee
History.
you'll always recognize his curly hair and beard because he always has a curly hair and beard mustache.
So when I really quickly, what I was going to tell you guys about what I found on his IMDb, it says that his trademark is curly black hair and thick beard. Often plays mentally unstable characters.
Oh my God.
Also, fatally allergic to eggs. So don't give this man any eggs.
I wonder if that's true.
I mean, it's
Like
on
if
his
you could look up
IMDb.
It also
If
says,
it's like on his like Wikipedia or whatever.
it also says he's a huge fan of Gilmore Girls, so I don't know.
Who isn't?
It also says he's the co-host of a podcast, so can we get him on here and have him talk about this
Please.
experience?
Oh yeah, he does the How Did This Get Made podcast.
All right, we're gonna track you down, Jason Mantzoukas.
He does not have a Twitter, so
We're
do
gonna
not
tell you about the
contact him there. Okay, so here we go. The title makes me sound like a terrible person, but hear me out. My wife and I were joking about our celebrity crushes and, quote, hall pass celebrities. Mine was Beyonce, who I'm obviously never going to meet. Hers was Jason Mantzoukas. Which, honestly, same.
Okay. Different strokes for different folks.
I was like, that's weird. I would expect him worse or something, but okay. Then she was like, yeah, we went to the same college, Middlebury, but 10 years apart. She said that whenever events open up again, she might go to a reunion event to meet Jason. I couldn't tell if she was kidding, and this was starting to feel a little too real. I created a fake Middlebury alum email address and emailed her about a new program for Middlebury alums to mentor each other. I told her she was assigned to Jason Mantzoukas. She was thrilled, and so I've been exchanging emails with her from Jason Mantzoukas. I was incredibly sad to see that it got flirtatious fast. My wife isn't really very sexually active with me, so lust got the better of me. I've been sending her headless nudes of some hairy-looking guy I found on Google, and she's been sending nudes back. So she's kind of having an affair. I know this sounds insane, but I kind of want to go with it, as this is the most sexual I've been with my wife in a while. It's a bit soul-crushing, though, because I'm pretending to be Jason Mantzoukas. I can't. Is it absolutely necessary I fess up? As weird as it is, how long could I continue with this?
Where's the end game with this, buddy?
So here I am. I know him best as the crazy brother in The League, playing Ralphie. So the entire time I'm thinking of like Ralphie just sexting somebody.
You see, meanwhile, I know him best as fucking whatever Feinstein, the smell cologne guy from Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
and he's
from Parks and
very
Rec,
angry
yeah.
in that. He literally hunts people in that.
I forgot about that.
So,
This is mean-spirited, obviously. I don't know, like, I don't know where to unpack this. This whole thing sucks. Everyone sucks here.
So let's start with the fact that, okay, for one, let's just break it apart. How do you feel about somebody that sets their significant other up for cheating, but then the significant other cheats? Basically, that whole like, I want to see if they do it, but then they do it,
And then they do it.
and now
Right.
now who's to blame there? Is it the person who set it up, or is it both of them? Because that's what we have here, you know. Like he put the wheels in motion here, but she did it. I mean, she's literally.
Yeah. I think this might be a you get what you wish for situation.
So my thing
I don't know how that answers anything. I don't know.
My thing is, so he says that he created a fake Middlebury alum email address. What if she's not fucking stupid and she knows that he did this?
Right. How did he get .edu?
What if she's literally just playing along?
I don't know.
Could be.
I really don't believe that would be the case. I don't think she'd go that far. Like, especially like sending nudes and stuff and all. Especially because she's not that sexually active with him to begin with. Like, there's too many things here making it sound like I don't know. I can't give her the credit for like oh yeah, maybe
being that smart, big brained, like I knew it was you the whole time.
Yeah, that seems like a really easy out for her to use, but there's no fucking way that.
Okay, so someone because in reply to him of saying how long can I keep this up, someone replied probably till she decides to meet, and he replied, so I told her that I, Jason Mantzoukas, have asthma and I'm on lockdown indefinitely.
Oh my.
I want to contact this man and I want him to know that this is happening about him.
I
just
Reddit,
want him to
I'm
know.
sure Reddit has in some way.
So he doesn't have a Twitter, but they're hoping that everybody can get in contact with the producer of the other podcast, and they're like, we really want Jason to read this.
Yes, on this show.
Oh, I don't. I'm very conflicted because you literally catfished your own wife. You're being a dick.
Yeah.
You got what you wanted. You wanted to see what had happened. Oh no, my feelings are hurt. Oh no, I stuck my hand into the piranha fucking tank and then they ate it. Like.
I mean, here's the thing. I agree with that, but I still think she's trash. I think they're all trash.
But that's why I'm conflicted.
I think I'm not conflicted. I think everyone sucks.
Oh, well, I'm conflicted because if she fucking knows, like, she's just fucking with him.
There's no way that she knows that.
I don't think she's stupid.
I mean, her fucking celebrity crush is fucking Jason Mantzoukas.
And he just and he just conveniently emailed her.
But that's it. We don't know that. Like, so, like, you're going off of like what you assume about this person. I'm going off of what we have from the story.
I think it's like oddly timed.
Yeah.
I think hopefully I'm smart enough, hopefully, that if I was talking to my significant other about like who our celebrity crushes or our past or whatever you want to call it in your relationship, and that person started emailing me, I would hope that I'm smart enough to realize that was my significant other.
It's just, I don't know. It's just a weird thing because I'm like, how long, like, why would you let this go on for so long? You know, like, I don't know. The whole thing is fucking gross to me.
All
but
of them
like,
fucking
they all fucking
Everybody
suck.
Everyone sucks here
And that's
except for, what's his name,
Jason Mantzoukas.
Yeah, he's unfortunately involved. What would happen if he thought Beyonce was like Instagramming, DMing him or something, whatever. You know, like
and that's just it too. Is like, you know, somebody said like he should have never done the catfish, but without the catfish, he would have never known about the infidelity. And it's kind of like, it is kind of a weird thing, you know, like it's like, oh, you find this thing out about this person. It was like, did you want to know the answer? But at the same time, you kind of would want to know if it's your fucking husband or wife, if they would cheat on you or not. So it's like, but then there's that whole thing. I was like, oh, well, they were saying it's their hall pass or whatever. So technically, if he agreed, would it be okay? You know, like there's a whole weird thing with it. Like
they kind of talked about this. This is a classic if you like pina coladas situation.
Yeah, this is fucking.
You know what? If he's allowed a fucking hall pass, fuck him then.
Well,
yeah, both parties get a hall pass.
That's well. I mean, nobody said that. He
Go
never
out and message Beyonce then.
He never said that she doesn't get one. That's the whole thing. Like that's the whole point of this.
I thought everyone got a hall pass.
Yeah, that's what they're saying is they both get hall passes.
And that's what I'm saying. Like he created the hall pass.
Right.
Like,
so if you were given the opportunity to fuck Beyonce, you would do it, right? So who wouldn't?
Honestly, I think these are just fucking conversations that like maybe you just shouldn't fucking have them if you don't like the results.
And that's the thing too. Is a lot of people were commenting like all these people who have these hall pass like conversations, they're ready to go anyway. They're just looking for reasons. Like
True.
People are still people.
I mean, I want to see what this dude. I would love for this guy to somehow hear about this story and just hear him talk about it because that's what I'm more interested in.
God, I know, right? I really hope that at some point he finds out about this.
This is definitely one that I would love an update to in some way. Even if it's just like this guy finally tells his wife and she's like, "Oh fuck, I want to see that fucking blow up. Mm-hmm. I want to see what happens."
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I know. You know what?
This is the messiest podcast episode we've ever done.
But that was a great palate cleanser. That was a good palate cleanser. Like at the very end, that was a very good palate cleanser. You know, we just discussed this on the minisode, which you guys didn't listen. That was a pretty messy minisode this past Monday, but go listen to that as well. But we kind of came up with something new just on the fly. whenever these are edited down, there is content that does get cut out of them because we ramble on and talk and whatever the fuck. So we're probably going to take that content and try to upload it on Twitter or Instagram. So you can follow us on Twitter at ESH Podcast or over on Instagram at Everyone Sucks Here Podcast. So either way, we'll try to get some extra little small snippets of content out that didn't quite make into the episodes. Also, if you have stories about, Jason Mantzoukas, hit us up at contact@everyonesuckshere.com. If you are Jason, yeah, if you are Jason, hit us up. Let's talk about this. Let's get you on the pod.
Talk about it. I'm so concerned.
I need to know, do you have asthma? I need to know, are you actually allergic to eggs? These are all.
Are you 47?
Are you actually 47? I need to know how accurate your IMDb is. And if it's inaccurate, we need to get that shit fixed, man.
Are you really a fan of Gilmore Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
I really just honestly want to know if he knew that this happened.
Are you more of a Roy
at
or
this
a Lorelai?
Because of Reddit, he might. I don't know.
He might. It's like Reddit's big, but also some people just aren't on the internet all that much either. So there's that whole thing is
That's true.
So.
And Reddit's a really weird place to be.
It is a really weird place to be. Holy shit.
It's not something I ever tell strangers that I'm active on. I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking frequent Reddit user.
Jesus.
Gotta keep that to myself and all the listeners to this podcast.
I mean, I literally pretty much only ever use Reddit to find stories for this podcast.
I have literally never posted on Reddit.
I've
never posted. No, I just read it. I'm a lurker.
I use it to find the shit, yeah. Well, you don't post because if you post, then you suddenly find out how talented you are at, arguing, and then you end up using that on your significant other, and then
Vulcan mind tricks.
Yeah, exactly, and you start it's just a whole cycle. So you can't ever post. That's the trick.
Don't ever post on Reddit. We will find you and make fun of you.
This was definitely our messiest episode.
Yeah,
absolutely, without a doubt.
I loved it. It was very good. I'm happy with how messy this was.
I love a messy-sode.
Yeah, a messy-sode. This is a good messy-sode.
God.
So, that being said, if you guys are not already, be sure to follow us everywhere that you can and leave us reviews. Thanks for listening on whatever service you're listening to us on. And we will catch you guys next week for. I don't know. We fucking dig this shit out before we start, so I can't even tell you what we're gonna be doing.
Who knows? It'll be a surprise to us too. Surprise!
Yeah, we make it up as we go, so we'll figure it out then.
I wish that were a lie. It's not.
All right, goodbye, everybody, especially Jason Mantzoukas.
Bye, Jason. I love you.